Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's do a complete beginner's guide to the Bazaar, shall we? The Bazaar is a free-to-play hero builder game, and I have been absolutely loving it. It is really interesting. It kind of takes a little bit of an auto-battler with something like maybe Hearthstone and puts them into a nice package that you can't get it on Steam. I'll put a link in the description below so you can download the client. But what's cool about this so far, at least for me, is that most of the stuff that you pay for is cosmetic, and there are some heroes that you can get, but you can earn the currency to buy them just by playing the game. You earn prizes, and you can get battle passes and things like that if you like, but I haven't paid any money for it yet, and I'm still having fun, and the starter character that you get is actually quite powerful. So what I thought I'd do is explain how to play the game and walk you through the basics and the thought process between not only understanding the UI, how to play, the mechanics, but the decisions that you make each day, each hour to build your hero. This game is asynchronous, meaning you can stop whenever you like. Even when you're battling other players, you're really just fighting their ghost, and so they're not present. You're not timed in any way because they're resolved through time and cooldowns. They just kind of run on their own, and so you can pick it up and go whenever you like, which I like. You don't have to, like if you're playing MTG Arena or something like that, you don't have to wait for somebody else to make their decisions. You can just play as you like. So I'm going to click play, and when you click play, I'm using my account that I've already been playing on, but yours will be the same. There is a tutorial that you'll play through when you first boot up the game, and I'm just going to do a regular run beyond just whatever's in that tutorial with Vanessa, who is the starter character. You can see I don't have any of the other characters unlocked, and you can either play ranked or play normal, which is free play. And we're just going to do normal free play, which is a great place to just kind of, there's nothing lost. You can do it whenever you like to just learn the game, hone your skills, so that you can compete in ranked. And you see, I've earned some of these tickets to play ranked when I like to for free. So I'm going to go ahead and just say ready, and here we go. So when you start a game of Bazaar, you begin on day 1 and hour 0. So each day has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, and for each of those hours, you get to make a choice on going to a shop or fighting a monster or going to an event or something like that. And all of these things will help make you stronger. Every hour that you complete, you gain 1 experience, which you use to level up. So on day 1, hour 0, the only thing you can do is go into Vanessa's quarters. Now let's talk a little bit about the screen, what we're seeing, and the overall objective of the game. So to win, what you're trying to do is go all the way to 10 victories to complete your run. Now, these victories are counted when you fight PvP against the kind of ghosts of other players. They don't count when you're doing PvE just against, random monsters. And you're trying your best, and you will get to fight one at the end of every day. And you can complete this in just 10 days if you beat somebody every single day. But more often than not, you might lose, and it will stretch out. Every time you lose in PvP, you lose prestige, which is this yellow gauge down here. And it is the loss that you suffer of prestige is equal to the day that you're on. So if we lose today, then we just lose 1. It's not that big of a deal. If we lose on day 15, well, we're losing 15. When this goes to 0, the first time you are brought back to life with a pity resurrection event where you get to choose from 3 options to make yourself stronger, and you're brought back to 1 prestige. And then if you lose that prestige, it is game over. So we're just trying to kind of get stronger and beat enough players to earn 10 victories. At rank 4, 7, and 10, you get chests that you can open in ranked mode. But because we are in normal mode, we don't earn that. However, even though we're not earning these chests, we are earning, doing little achievements and daily quests and getting experience to help push us along, the battle progression and earn some currencies. A lot of the stuff you earn is like animated cards and cosmetics, but you also earn the currency that you need to unlock other heroes. And that is the timing and the sequencing of things. Here, where this rug is, this is my playmat.
Down, anchors up.
There,
Just waiting for your command.
I know, she's talking to us. This is our playmat where we'll put our cards when we get them, or our items. This is our stash, which we can left-click on to open, and it holds 10 items, or 10 space worth of items. This is our health. We have 300 to start with Vanessa. We begin with 2 experience pips, and you can actually see that if you mouse over your hero portrait in the bottom center, I'm level 1. I'm 2 out of 8 experience away to level 2, and if I do level up, here's what I get. I get 100 health. My rug will get bigger by 2, meaning I can place some more stuff on my side of the table, and I will get a card and skill option when I level. Something good will happen, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Over here on the right is my income. So every day I earn 5 money. So when the hours pass and I go to the day 2, I'll earn plus 5 money, and then I have 8 money currently to start with. So if I click on Vanessa's quarters to begin my journey, I get 3 choices, and this is kind of how these games work, like contemporary roguelikes. You're just going to get, 3 options to choose from here, and we can start with 12 money and 2 income. So this would take us up to 20 gold, or, if we add the 8 with the 12, and then our income would go from 5 to 7. We could choose an enchanted item from 3 that we start with, and we would get 6 gold, or we could choose to start with a gold tier skill. And skills are like passive abilities that are always going on and help you in a variety of ways. And these little circles down here to the left and right of your character portrait represent your skills, but you can have more than 6. This will just keep getting bigger and bigger. If you get more skills than that, you can just keep growing your skills. So which one do you want to start with to begin? Honestly, I think that this is fine, starting with an enchanted item and 6 gold. If you start with an enchanted item, it's a regular item with an enchantment on it, which will double its value, and, it could be like double damage, or does burn, or causes slow, or something like that. What we want, though, I think, is to start with some money. Money is always great. Now, the reason I like this one is just because money is awesome in this game. Gold is amazing. It gives you more options when you're at a shop. You can buy more items. You can choose different events that involve money, and you don't have to waste time on events where you need to get money. So this will boost our income. So, every day we're going to get 2 extra gold, and we get 12 right now. You could choose this, and this would be fine. I think a skill is, that's okay. But some of the skills are pretty specific, and as a brand new player, I just like having the money. So that's what I'm going to click on. Now, we move into hour 1, and you see by completing even hour 0, we got 1 experience point. So every time we complete one of these hours, we get an experience. And we have 3 choices. We can go to JJ, which sells items. Items are what we're going to put on our rug. They kind of look like cards, so I sometimes call them cards, but they're items. There's small, medium, and large items. And that's how we are going to fight and win battles. We can go to the jungle ruins to explore and see what we can find. Or we can just get a small aquatic item for free. So, because we took the money, I want to go to JJ and see what choices are available. So I'm going to go to the shop.
And sometimes I sell stuff.
Okay. And he is selling us some medium items and large items. So items can be small, meaning half the size of a medium, or large, which is 3 times the size of a small, and they take up space on our mat. So we have room for 1 large and 1 small, or 2 mediums, or several smalls on this mat right here. But when we level up, the mat will get bigger. So these are interesting choices. The cove right here costs 6. The orange number in the bottom left is the cost. And when I mouse over it, this is where we're going to get the information about it. So the tooltip tells you what this item does. All items, as you'll see when we get into our first battle, just fire off automatically. So you play them, and then they all have generally some kind of cooldown that they operate under. Some don't. Some just are always active. But this, for example, the 4 seconds in the circle to the right of the picture there means every 4 seconds the cove is going to activate. So it fills up its progress bar, and then it triggers, and it just keeps going as long as we're alive. And every 4 seconds, what's it going to do? Well, it's going to shield equal to this item's value. So currently, its value is 6, and it says when you sell an item, this gains 1 value. So this is something that gains value as you play. Like every time we're selling something, it's gaining value. And the number in the top center is how much shield value this is actually giving us, which is 0 right now, which is not good. The yellow means shield, and red means damage, green is poison, etc. We'll look at all these different status effects when we get there, but everything is kind of nicely color-coded. So shield is just like extra hit points. It's a buffer that stacks on top of your hit points, and all damage, unless it goes through or ignores shields, will go to the shields first. Poison ignores shields, for example, and some other effects will ignore it, but most of the time your shields are going to soak your damage. So this is a defensive item, which is not necessarily bad, but we don't really have much else to use with this right now. The crow's nest says your weapons have 20% crit, and if you have exactly 1 weapon, that weapon has life steal. So that means for every damage it deals, it heals you that much life if you can be healed. You can't go above your maximum. And this is actually an interesting item.
Hey, take your time. I'm in no hurry.
Is something that emphasizes one of Vanessa's kind of build styles, which is a single weapon build. Vanessa's cool because she has lots and lots of options for builds, and you can look these up. But as a new player, I think what we're doing is just trying to look for what can make us strongest, understand synergies and combos, and see things that are effective as we go. Also, worth noting, on the tooltip to the right, it tells us that it has certain keywords. This is a large item, as we discussed. It's 3 times the size of a small item. And it has these kind of traits that it's a property item and it's aquatic. So some other items will trigger with, aquatic or large or whatever property. And then there's the harpoon, which is an ammo item, and you can see how much ammo it has over here to the right. It only has 1, so it fires once, takes 9 seconds, and then it fires, and then it destroys one of the opponent's small items, which is not bad, but it doesn't do any damage. So we interestingly went to the shop without any weapons and got 3 items here that are not weapons, and we can't do any damage with these. That's sad, but the first PvE encounter that we get to, you don't actually have to have weapons to win. Some of them you don't have to have items at all to win, but we're going to want to try to get some. So I think that I'm going to just say, let's take the crow's nest. I like this because crit is incredible. When you crit, you do double damage, and some things let you do even more damage when you crit. And lifesteal is nice, and it pushes us in this direction of having one weapon and seeing if we can make that work. But, and this is really, really important with Bazaar, what you'll notice is that this costs 6 money, but as you can see under the tooltip on the right, it sells for 3 gold. So even if this turns out to be a whiff, and I don't like it, I really can just sell it and only be out 3 gold. It's not the end of the world. So let's buy it.
Do you have to leave already?
Now, let's say we wanted to look at more items. We can click this button right here to re-roll and get some more stuff. It only costs 2 gold to do this. But in general, re-rolling, unless you're really, really looking for something, is not a good use of your money. You can waste a lot of money re-rolling. So what I try to do, if possible, is just make the best of the choices that I'm given and only re-roll if I absolutely have to. And we don't absolutely have to. We can just be cool with this crow's nest, even though we can't fight right now. And if you're done, we can go. Now, this item immediately just went down to my little playmat or rug area here and is equipped. I'm just going to leave the encounter. And now we have to fight these battles here. Pyro, Haunted Kimono, or the Kyber Drone. Now, these are all just PvE fights, and they all give the same visible rewards of 3 experience, a card or a skill, and 2 gold. But the reward that you get is dependent on what items they have. So let's just fight the Haunted Kimono. And what this means is they have no skills, so we have a 1 in 3 chance to get one of these items. So, 2 out of 3 times we're going to get some scrap, but we might get a silk scarf. Now, this is going to be funny because we're not going to do anything to them. We're doing 0. And you might say, well, how are you going to win if you aren't doing any damage? Well, the game has this mechanic. You see this kind of like line come in. If the fight is taking too long, because this game is about like short, compact fights, then this sandstorm kicks in and everybody starts just taking damage. So you see, I'm taking damage, they're taking damage. And because I have more health than them, they only had 100 and I had 300, we just automatically win that fight without doing anything. And we say continue, and surprisingly, we earned a scrap. Now, the scrap is a loot item, it sells for a gold, and it says when you sell it, your leftmost shield item gains 3 shields. So we might want to save it if we have a shield item. Just click on it, and now we're on to hour 3, and we have a choice of some medium items, an abandoned chest, or regen. Regen is okay early, but it falls off. An abandoned chest can be good, it's a free item, but again, we have money, so I think buying a medium item is good. Now, you might say to yourself, well, you don't even have room for a medium item because your large item is taking up all the space. Correct. But at any time, I can click my stash, and I could just drag stuff off of this and put it up here and close this up, and now my playmat is free. I can rearrange my items when I'm not in a fight and make some space. But also, you'll notice I am 1 experience away from leveling up and increasing my mat size by 2 small item size. So buying a medium item is just fine.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge.
Now, what are we looking
All
for
about
here?
Moderation.
We're looking for a weapon. And this weapon, the double barrel, well, it's interesting. It does 20 damage, and it has multicast 2, which means it does 20 damage twice. It has 2 ammo, which means I get to fire this twice, and then this is not active anymore because I don't have any more ammo. Now, there are other items that let me reload, which would give me more ammo. And this is fine. I think this is a fine item to have for us because it's going to give us a chance to, with the crow's nest, have lifesteal and have more crit. It will run out of ammo, though, which is sad. But of these choices, the fishing net is just a tool that slows things down. It's a utility item. It does give a piranha, but it doesn't help us do damage. the shark claws help us do damage, but as you can see, they're specifically good for giving other weapons damage. And we would need a whole bunch of weapons for that. And that goes kind of against the crow's nest if we want to follow that strategy. Now, we don't have to. First of all, we could just sell this. And that's one of the things about the Bazaar. It's like you need to just say, okay, I'm going to walk away from this strategy or this build or this path I was going on and just pivot to something else. That's a very important ability to have. And also, I could still play this and just give everything 20% crit and just not get the lifesteal. But what I think is, just for now, I'm just going to buy that.
On my back,
And then
trot it to your
I'm not going to re-roll. I'm just going to click leave the encounter. And now we will level up. And you see our map gets bigger. And when we level up, we get some a bronze tier skill. I'm going to click on this. And we get a choice of a skill. So we can say your rightmost shield item has 20 shield. Your leftmost item has a plus 8% crit chance, or your leftmost poison item has plus 2 poison. So I don't have shield or poison, so let's just go ahead and add to our crit chance with left eye. Now, this is a passive ability that's always on, but it kind of plays into the fact that you really need to arrange the items on your rug. So if I put this over here, it's my leftmost item. I can click here and I can drag my nest down here. And now I have these two things. And if I mouse over the double barrel, you could see that it has a 28% crit chance. 20% from the crow's nest and 8% from my skill. One of the things I love about Bazaar is if I mouse over this weapon, it's showing you, you see how the crow's nest and the skill have that green highlight around them? That is showing you these are interacting with this. These are benefiting or working or synergizing in some way with this item. And if I mouse over this, it's showing you the weapon. It's saying, hey, I'm giving this weapon, lifesteal. And we could see in purple the lifesteal below. Now I have some choices. I can get a sharpening stone, which is kind of going to be like this, something we can sell to give damage, which is okay. I can get a companion, like a little friend kind of card. Or I can get a small and large item from Midsworth. And again, I have space for a small item. Midsworth also buys medium items at plus 2 value. So if I want to sell this, I could certainly do that.
Come on,
And let's see.
Let's get this over.
Okay. So, well, we got a cannonball on sale, which would give us plus 1 ammo, which is not bad. That kind of works with us. The grappling hook is a weapon that deals 12 damage and slows, which is okay, but its DPS is bad. Really what you're looking for is not necessarily, you see how it has a 12 at the top, or this gun has a 20 at the top. Not really the red number, but how long does it take to do that damage? So 7 seconds for 12 damage means every 7 seconds I'm doing 12 damage, or every second, divide 12 by 7, and that's what I'm doing. And that's bad. Whereas every 4 seconds I'm doing 20. So every second I'm doing 5, and, every second I'm doing a little over 2. No, a little over 1. Blah. So this is good for slowing, but not good for what we're doing. I'm okay with buying this cannonball and then just putting this in the middle. And notice how if it's over here, my double barrel has 2 ammo. You can see the ammo down in the bottom center of the card. But if I move the cannonball next to it, where it says adjacent items have plus 1 max ammo, now I've got 3 shots right here. Now that's pretty good. It's not bad. However, I'm going to tell you that we probably will not win our first fight with this build because we just don't have enough damage. This is going to run out of ammo before we win. Now there is the possibility that we get some crits in, we lifesteal, heal ourselves up, and then the sandstorm wins us the fight. But it's not a very enviable position. We have some okay stuff, but we just don't have enough weapons. Now I could re-roll, but you'll notice how this guy cost 4 to re-roll. That's because depending on how many items the vendor sells, the cost of re-rolling is different. And this is related to the fact that if I re-roll, I can't see anything that was on the first screen in the second screen. So you could kind of filter items. And if they have a smaller item set to choose from, when I re-roll, you can control what item you might get better if you're looking for something. So if they have a small set, it's going to cost a lot to re-roll so that you can't just easily get the item that you're looking for. However, I could sell this. I'm not really in a rush. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm just going to say, okay, fine. We'll leave the encounter, and now we have to go fight this other player. And this is probably not going to go well for us, but I don't care. We're just learning, and you know, losing on the first day only cost 1 prestige. However, if you can win, it's amazing. Now, they've got the Long John, which is really scary. So they have a lot of damage on their side, unfortunately. And as you can see, we're actually out of damage. We can't do anything else. So we're going to lose quite rapidly.
Land legs make you predictable.
We want
You
a
move
good
in
weapon
straight lines.
to go with our crow's nest. And this weapon just doesn't have enough shots. And we haven't seen one yet. So we're hoping to see one. So we lost our first PvP fight. And you could see that we lost 1 prestige, but that's okay. So now we're on day 2. We made our income. We're up to 17 gold. And we're 6 away from the next level. And on that level, we'll get 100 more health. Our map will increase in size, and we will get a skill or card chance, and we can get a friend, a mushroom, or non-weapon items. Well, I don't really want non-weapon items. I need a weapon. I don't really want a friend. They're okay. Let's see what mushrooms I can get. So this is just going to give us 4 gold, or this will give us a neutral item. So I'll see an item. What you going to give me? So they want to give us these lifting gloves. And this says your weapons gain 1 damage for the fight every 5 seconds. But also when we sell it, our weapons get plus 3 damage. So that's kind of cool. We'll take it. But it doesn't help solve our immediate problem. We need to go here and find ourselves a good weapon.
I'll help you find
And we
them.
did. Indeed. So both of these are nice weapons. The cutlass is slower than this, but it deals double crit damage, and we have a boost to crit. So I think this is a huge improvement for us over the double barrel. And so let's see if we can make that happen. I'm going to then just put this away. I'm going to buy this. And you'll notice we get the crit boost here.
exercise.
It's got lifesteal. We no longer need this. Now, Julian gives you plus 10 damage for your weapons every 11 seconds, which is okay, but he's really, really slow. I think what we do here is, first of all, I'm going to sell these lifting gloves to give my katana plus 3 damage. And we just accept the fact that we're looking for another item right now, and we don't have it. But, you know what? This guy's not great, but he's better than 0. So let's buy
If
him.
it's not right for you, bring it back. I want
He's not a weapon, so we'll still have our lifesteal. And now we need to do a PvE fight. Now, after you are on the second day, past the first day, these are different tiers. So there's like the easy one, the medium, and the hard one. It doesn't really matter too much. You could see the difference between these two, for example, is just 1 gold. And the difference here is, 2 from the easy one. They have different options, and you can look online to see what the coconut crab loot could drop. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I would not fight the ventriloquist unless you feel insanely strong. I would pick either the medium or the easy. And for us, I'm going to pick the easy. And the reason is, you do not want to lose the fight and miss out on the 3 experience. This will level us up. It is so important to not lose that I often, as a new player, unless I'm feeling really good, then I might take this. And if I'm feeling insane, I would go to the one over here. But I think taking this is just fine to ensure we get a victory. So you can always just look at what they're doing. So they're shielding, getting health, turtling, as a crab would do. And we're just kind of, you know, working on them here, fighting them with our nice slow weapon. But we are getting lifesteal. So we're going to win very easily with the Sandstorm. If we can crit, we do a bunch of damage. Let's watch for a potential crit. Not yet. But this is over. We've won. And there we go.
Pathetic.
Victory.
As spineless as a jellyfish.
So we earn the Crusher Claw. Deal damage equal to the highest shield of items you have. Your shield items gain +2 shield for the fight. So we have no shield items. So this isn't doing anything. Just left click on it to put it in your bag. And after we complete this hour, we will level up. So what do we want? Aquatic item, mysterious creature, small and large items. Yes, what you got?
Society of Master Merchants welcomes you.
Okay. So weapon, weapon, weapon. This is very similar to this. Every 6 seconds it does 6. Crit chance. It just has a higher crit chance and it does double damage. So it's okay. Now all of these are unfortunately weapons, so we can't really stack them very well. Which is too bad. I'm not going to reroll. I'm just going to accept it, and we're going to leave.
Ride that tide!
Yay! We leveled up. So we could take 2 gold and a bronze tier loot item. We could take 2 gold, or we could take a bronze tier item. I'll take the item. What you got for me? They are giving us a seashell. So it shields 10 for each aquatic item that we have. Okay. So we could take it. Now, before we do anything, we leveled up. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to say, you know what? This is aquatic. That's aquatic. If I played this, this would do 30 damage every 9 seconds, and give us, and boost our shield items. But that's just not good enough, at all. So we're going to go back to this, and we're going to put this here, and we can play Julian. Now, this we can boost right now by selling stuff. Anytime you can see your chest, you can just drag up here and we could say, I'll sell this. And we did. And now he's getting stronger. And so, you know, we could sell this and actually boost our seashell. And we could sell this. And now, you know, Julian is getting ever so slightly better. Sell ammo items, boost your stats, or get an item. And I think of these choices, I'll take an item. All right, Life Preserver. This is interesting. This will definitely help us stay alive. I'll take it. Now the question is, would we want to use that in this fight? The Life Preserver. Instead of Julian. Can we survive with that? It becomes funny. We are going to be life-stealing and turtling and trying to survive, and it's not going to work. But it will become interesting to see how close we can get. We aren't there yet, and we might need to completely pivot this build, but let's just see. Yeah, this is a premium. If you can get this item as a Vanessa player, try to get this early. It's so nice. It just does so much. We want something like this, the silencer. It's good for one weapon. Now this is going to be an interesting race to the sandstorm. The question is, do I have enough health?
You've got talent.
Yes.
You should put it towards
So that's
noble
hilarious.
use.
So we won because our life preserver brought us back to life, and we had just enough health to outpace them and get a prestige, or a victory, and not lose any prestige. It's not a big deal to lose early, obviously, because you don't lose that much prestige, but every victory that you can get counts towards the 10. So getting them early is just as good as getting them late. We're going to click continue. And boom. We're on day 3. So now we are on day 3, and we're almost going to, we need 6 more experience to get to level 4, and then maximize the size of our rug, our play area. And then after that, it won't get any bigger, but we can then put some more items down, like, Julian, for example. And you can see he's already giving us 23 damage, which is great. So we want to put him down to help us, unless we get something better. And we will kind of keep exploring to see what we can get. Now, this is actually really good for us, which is he upgrades bronze tier items. The way that you upgrade items, this is bronze, you can see by the frame of it, is by buying or acquiring another item of that rarity or higher. So it can go from bronze to silver, from silver to gold, and from gold to diamond, and it will get stronger each time. So I need to click on this and upgrade our cutlass. And you see that when I do that, now the cutlass just does more damage. So that is huge. There's JJ, gumballs, and a treasure chest. And we want JJ because we want to see what items are available. Now, none of these are good for us right now. This helps us heal, which is This is a weapon, and this is a weapon. And we're really just trying to have one weapon. But these are all silver tier items, as you can see. Now, I normally don't like re-rolling, but I'm going to just do it once and see if we can find anything useful. So, the narwhal is interesting, because he's really fast. I don't really want any of this, sadly. So I'm not going to buy it.
That's okay.
So it's kind of a
It's
waste,
nice to see.
but we tried. Alright, so again, we have these PvE fights on hour 2 here. And we're going to take the easy one. I enjoy trying to win and get the experience. We could win, a fiery cutlass would be pretty useful. But we'll probably win some of this gold or a sharpening stone or something, or maybe some cinders. We are slow. We are undeniably slow. But we're not really taking damage, which is good. So these guys are easy, but against an actual player. Hey, we did get the fiery cutlass. Interesting. So we could add burn if we wanted, which is very tempting. And we will level up after this. So what do we want? We could get 3 bronze tier spare change, which things we could sell. Silver tier items. and the eating contest. Now, these chocolate bars, you can buy them at various prices, and they will increase your maximum health. Now, actually, maximum health isn't a horrible idea for us. This item that we got is only bronze tier, so it's kind of a shame that this has been upgraded with +3 damage and is actually silver tier. So it's a little difficult for us to justify using the worst weapon. Now, silver tier items, I'm going to do
I
it.
can sell you these bubbles, but my
Because we need to
gossip
think
is
about
worth
if our
more.
build is good. This is not... We don't have ammo stuff. Interesting. Too slow. No good. I think what we do here is we just sell that. And I'm not going to re-roll. I'm just going to pass.
No doubt meeting me.
Now this is how you win a war.
I'm saving my money. Now we've leveled up and we can upgrade a bronze tier item. So if we upgrade... well, we click on this
Let's
first.
get those decks hammered out.
And let's go ahead and get Julian on board here. And we can see what the differences would be. I can actually do this. And we could say, okay, if I upgrade this, then it goes to 20 damage. Burn equal to 10% of this item's damage. So we'd burn for 2 on top of the damage, which is okay, but it's not incredible. Now, 40% crit chance is very tempting. Upgrading Julian just makes him go faster. This would heal us all the way back up again, which might actually be enough for us to survive. Maybe. So do we want to double our crit chance? I'm going to switch this up and just kind of get a feel. Even if I double my crit chance, though. I don't feel very strong. And we're not very strong. But we can be really annoying and heal and just double our health. So that's what I'm going to do.
Sharpen.
I'm going to double our health to let this happen as many times as possible. This guy sells medium items, which we have a lot of. Excellent. So we found a Julian right here, so we can just
Oh,
buy
the bar
this,
is free.
upgrade it. He's a
I
little
like the
faster.
exercise.
This, you know, isn't bad. Would give us a boost to our crit and speed things up. If we bought this, God, we could almost get rid of this. Oh, I can upgrade my fiery cutlass with this cutlass, I believe, is what it's telling me. I think. Or maybe not anymore. Maybe it's just old animation. You know, how good is the lifesteal? Pretty good. It adds to our theme. %15 isn't bad. No, I think I'm okay. Just upgrading Julian is pretty good. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to see if I can find an upgrade. This is okay. I think we keep what we've got. Alright. So we're going to fight Mr. Cookie here. Okay, so let's just see how this plays out. So they're burning us, which is less than ideal. We did get a crit in, and Julian made us stronger. Okay, a couple of hits there. We're stronger. And got it. So you see 231. When you start critting for double damage, things get out of control. And that's what you're looking for. So what are you? Let's talk about that. What are we even doing? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Let's just break it down if I haven't explained it clearly enough yet. I started with this item. And I said, okay, this item is going to give me 20% crit and has a benefit if I only have one weapon. Okay, cool. Can I get one weapon that's good with this? We started with the bad one, and then we found this. And this weapon is good as a singular weapon in the sense that it does double crit damage, so it benefits from the crit boost, and it has multicast 2, so it's doing 2 strikes at a reasonable rate. It's slow, but not the slowest, and it gives us lifesteal, so it gives us a little sustain. So then I'm thinking, okay, I've got this one weapon that benefits from crit, and if we want to focus on that, how do we take advantage of the lifesteal? Well, we can add some health and healing. This is just actually just a full recharge of our health and a little bit of shield so that we can stick around long enough and get lifesteal and take advantage of some crits. But what else would be good if we stayed in the fight for a long time? Well, how about a guy who made our weapon stronger so that those double crits started exponentially scaling to a noticeable degree? And then that's where this comes in. So this isn't a must. We don't think this is absolutely essential, but it's okay. And what we're doing is just trying to find items that synergize, that work together. And we sort of have something that's going. I mean, we have a couple of victories. It's not bad. So, now what? Well, we can get a free item. We can go to Mandala to transform an item. And we can sell... she sells non-weapon items. Well, guess what? Everything I have except my cutlass is a non-weapon item. So let's check it out. Alright, now we thought about this way back at the beginning. The Cove. And the Cove is interesting. These are both ammo-related things, which just doesn't really help us, unfortunately. Now, Julian is getting stronger every time I gain gold. So, for example, we probably want to sell that. Even though it does have some burn. Burn is okay. Does... oh, you know what? I haven't even explained it because we haven't had to talk about it. So, burn is a damage over time effect. And it's the orange number to the right of the red 10, which is our damage number. And so you put burn on the enemy, and burn actually ticks every half second. So every second, their burn is going to tick twice. But every time the burn stack ticks, it goes down. So let's say if they have 10 stacks of burn, then it will do 10 damage and then 9 damage as the stack goes down. And then the next second, it will do 8 damage and then 7 damage and going down and down. Now, if you can put more burn on, you can just keep that going and add up. And so that might seem really good. And it's good. It's nice to have some extra damage. And if you compare it to poison, poison is similar. It does damage based on the stack, but it only triggers once each second. So if they had 25 poison, they would take 25 damage in 1 second. So you might think, well, burn does double damage because it ticks twice. However, poison does not diminish, and poison avoids shields, whereas burn is interrupted. It's affected by shields. So, you know, this is just not very much burn damage to amount to a lot. What we're trying to do with our cutlass is actually crit and just do a huge amount of damage. It's okay to have some damage, but because I've already upgraded this, and because this is already silver tier, I think we just get rid of this now so that it benefits Julian immediately. And then, I don't like any of this. I'm going to pay to the reroll. And we got lucky. So sometimes I risk it for the biscuit. I'm a gambler with the reroll if it's cheap, and we get to upgrade our crow's nest immediately. And this means, boom, guess what? Now we have even more crits. So this is up to 48% crit rate. Beautiful. Anything else we might want? This is good with poison and burn. It also freezes. So if an item is frozen, its cooldown, it's charging, like where it's like filling up to go off. It just completely freezes and stops for the amount of time that you inflict upon it for freeze. And slow works where it doubles the amount of time, and haste works by halving the amount of time. So if something is slowed, then for 3 seconds, the charge time is doubled. If something is hasted, then for the amount of time that it lists, the charge time is reduced by half. So, this is interesting. It's just not what we need. So we're going to leave and just be happy that we at least upgraded our crow's nest. Now, we could get a small weapon, which we don't want. Work at the docks to earn coin, or she sells small and medium items. Well, guess what? We got a lot of medium items, and I'm interested.
You're huge. Do you have any huge items?
I am looking to replace this at some point. However, just adding some burn is meh. We already saw this, and this is not phenomenal. And her reroll is too expensive, so I'm going to skip it. And we are going to get a PvE fight here. And we'll just fight the dervish. Just keep it easy.
Plump and pampered as babies.
So we got hit really hard right there. That's not good. But then our lifesteal triggers. And the fight is over.
Would like you.
So we're not the quickest. Hey, bar gold. Alright. Aquatic items. Aquatic. 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 Not aquatic. Shield item. Shield item. Shield item. Chocolate bars. Maximum health, which is not bad for us. Do I think she's going to come through? Like we're going to spike an upgrade. Now, it's only day 4, and it's like as you progress, the likelihood that you will get higher tier items increases. So there is a point where it's like you can't, for example, get a gold tier item from the shop on day 1. So the likelihood of us getting the gold doesn't seem too good. I do have 2 shield items that I could upgrade. I gotta tell you what, I'm gonna get chocolate bars. I don't normally get these. But this will give us 5 gold tier chocolate bars, 5 silver, and 5 bronze. You can get 5 bronze for free. I'm going to go all in, though, and get the gold tier because our build currently is just so slow that what we're trying to do is just keep alive so that we can get Julian to power this up so that our crits are substantial. So I'm going to buy this, and you'll notice we've leveled. I'm going to go here, and these babies you could sell to gain health. Let's go ahead and get a silver tier skill.
We're a good team.
When you use a weapon, weapons adjacent to it gain 3. That's not good. If you have 5 or fewer items, your items have a 20% crit chance. This is perfect. Crit applies to everything that you see that's in blue here with the blue outline. So it's not just our weapon. We can crit on shield as well. And at the start of the day, you get a loot cache. Getting more crit for our double crit weapon is incredibly good.
I hope we can do this again.
We can get a weapon. He sells ammo items. We can aid a caravan. I think we'll aid a caravan, but let me just go here. And before we fight, the next fight's going to be the PvP fight. Let me get my health up. So we're going to just sell all of this so that we can boost our maximum health. Each chocolate bar boosts it by 30, so we're up to 950 hit points. And we can sell this bar of gold, and Julian is pumped up by that sale. And let's go here. Okay. And there's a challenging fight here.
You bring your city ways to the
So we
dead
might not be
grass.
able to beat this.
I'll show you where to stick 'em.
But if we can, it's a good win. He actually even has an expedition ticket, which is kind of cool. So this guy is going slow too. He's healing up. Ooh, we got some nice crits in there. We're shielding up, critting up. Julian's there, doing his thing. And there we go. So we currently, and we have a 68% crit chance that does double damage. So now we're getting there where we were super, super slow, but it's slowly. Ooh, and we got the expedition ticket. Cool. This sells for a lot. If you make it to day 9, it allows you to embark on the temple expedition. Now, this is good, but we might want to sell it if we need money and we want to power up Julian. It's something to think about. And now it's time to fight a player. I'm going to keep my ticket.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
So, who knows? They have 700 health. They have a lot of skills. We'll see what happens. They're poisoning us. Interesting. They're actually poisoning themselves as well. Go, Julian. Make it happen. So, it's over. Crit for 449. They were going so slow that we were able to just kind of sit back and heal and break them apart. Excellent. I'll take it. Okay, so we got 55 now because of the gold we're gaining. We could just get 5 gold and pump him up, but I think with our 30 gold, we got to see if we can spike an upgrade for something. When you use another aquatic item, charge this. Haste items. Huh. That's funny. So, yeah. This only has 1 ammo anyway. I don't think so. I don't think any of this is good. I'm going to re-roll. So every 2 seconds, well, at the first 2 seconds, you reduce your cooldown, and then it goes to 5 seconds and you reduce your cooldown. It's not bad. A lot of this stuff is, I mean, you could see Vanessa's all about aquatic. And by the way, that's worth mentioning too. Depending on what character you are, that affects what cards you will see. So, you know, Dooley the robot has its own cards, and Pigman has his own cards as well. There's neutral cards that everybody can see, but she's got a lot of stuff going, a lot of, you know, aquatic synergy and things. And we do have some aquatic, but not enough to justify buying any of that.
That's good, I guess.
Aid the caravan, sells small items, and get a small non-weapon item. We'll aid the caravan. None of that. I only have one small item. Oh, and we get 3 loot items. Cool. So these babies, oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. Okay. By the way, this is a pro tip. I've done this and it hurts so badly. Never click leave the encounter until you take the stuff unless you don't want it, because it does not automatically take it. So just make sure you click on all of this before you leave. Looks like it just upgraded in my inventory. Yeah, it did. Okay, funny. So 55, well, let's sell this, because this is going to just give this 10 damage. Just like that. And make him stronger. I don't have a burn item to use this on, sadly. So we might just sell it to power up Julian. But for now, we can hold on to it. And again, I'll take the preening duelist.
Go to academy?
He's laughing at us. He thinks he's funny. But he's doing damage. But we have lifesteal and crit, and he's dead.
All the Julie courses.
Excellent. And we've leveled up. Ooh, we got a skill. While you have more than half health, your weapons have plus 30 damage. How about that? Fantastic. So, again, it's random what you get. And if they have a skill, you have a chance to earn it. It's not high, but you have a chance. I'm going to have to try to get a silver tier item to upgrade because it's so important. This thing is sweet as a single weapon. However, I don't have ammo stuff. So we just take it and we move on. Gain an experience. Not horrible. Next level, you know, get a skill, which is cool. But we're going to go to JJ here.
A friend. I mean, a customer.
Right. And we need to sell stuff. So we're going to sell this right away. And just boost up Julian here. And we'll keep... That's fine. We can hold on to this. I am going to reroll. I don't need any of this. Weapons to the right of this have 25 damage. That's cool, actually. But it's not better than what I have. And that's a weapon. Hey, hey. An upgrade for our seashell. So, how does it
Happy to
upgrade?
make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
Oh, okay. Just gives you more shield. Cool. I don't need any of this. Gonna pass. And we're about to go into the PvP fight. Aquatic items, chocolate, or item. So, I have aquatic. I need this to upgrade to heal us more. But in the meantime, I honestly think I'm feeling chocolate. You get 150 health. And that could be all the difference that we need to get those crits on. So it's day 5, and that means that on day 5, according to a chart that breaks down the likelihood of getting the different rarity of items, we have a 55% chance of seeing a bronze item, 40% chance of silver, and 5% of gold. However, if we already own the item, then you will only see the rarity of the item that you have. So that means that we can, because there's a good likelihood of seeing silver, see these items. So this is still possible to upgrade this, or this. And because of that, I'm going to click on it.
A gift from the sea.
This is a cool weapon. This can be cool. But it's not what we need. I'm going to spend a bunch. I hate to do it. And we couldn't get lucky. This is kind of cool. But too big. Not what we need.
Really?
So, should have gone chocolate. I gambled.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
We really need to upgrade our life preserver, though, to give us just that extra bit of health. So they have a lot of burn happening. They're setting us on fire. We didn't get a crit. That's bad. We really, really need a crit here. That was useful, but we're still too slow. We needed crits earlier, and we just didn't get them. Like, if we would have gotten a couple of more crits to give us some more life, we would have made it. And honestly, the chocolate bars could have kept us alive. So we die right there on day 5, or we lose, and it means we lose 5 prestige. So it's not the end of the world, but it hurt, and it's showing you that we are slowing down a little bit in our power level. So these are small and large items. Get an item, chocolate bars. Well, I think we know that we just messed up. There's one large item I have and one small, and my small I don't care about upgrading. Sells health and shield items. Gain 5 gold or transform. Health and shield could be good. We could find... Well, we found this, which is not the worst. Okay, now we have a gold, shield generator. And we're going to sell all of this to boost our health. So the dive weights are actually good. Haste 1 item for 1 second. Shield 30. For each adjacent aquatic item, reduce the cooldown by 1. This has multicast equal to its ammo. So we could put this between 2 aquatic items and make it go 6 seconds and haste stuff. And the items it could haste would be Julian, our cutlass, and we would remove this and then have this, go. This also shields us a little bit. I think that this is actually really good for us, and I will buy it. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go into our inventory, and we will take this out, move this over here, and drop this in. And we're just going to sell that just to boost Julian. And we're not going to reroll. We're getting lower on gold. So we'll go here, and we'll just fight this dire mosquito. And let it go. A lot of stuff for us to sell. How about that? Now, we're talking about stuff. Here's something we really haven't discussed yet, but is super awesome for helping understand what happened. Click this magnifying glass in the upper right, which is the recap. And the recap will show you what you and they did in terms of how much healing you did and how much damage you did. So this baby actually gave us 420 shield. How is that even possible? Well, it gives shield of 3. It has multicast equal to its ammo. It starts at 4. So that means the first time this thing triggers, it's going to get 120 shield, and it can crit. And it's actually multicast 5. Oh, it's plus ammo, right. So it's 1 plus 4 is 5 on the first iteration. And then that means it's going to haste everything else for 1 second. So this is speeding us up and giving us a ton of shield. We could see all of the damage came from our cutlass. And this thing does just almost nothing. A meager 20 shield. This is actually grounds for dismissal unless we can get it to heal us even more. We might want a better item than this. So we're going to continue and... Ooh. Nice. So, sells well. Gold tier. And we've leveled up. So, what do we want? How about this? We already have left eye. How about left-handed? Your leftmost weapon deals plus 30 damage. Insane. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay. Get a weapon. Work at the docks. Sells small items. The only small item we have is this. And upgrading it would be cool, but it's a long shot. I also have this. I'm definitely going to sell that. Julian gets stronger. I don't think we're ever going to use this. This is giving me... This just gave me 420 shield. This is outclassed. So, now what? Let's work at the docks. So, at the docks, we have 3 choices. Now, if you have a star chart, there could be a 4th chart option that appears. 2 gold in a weapon, 2 gold in a tool, 2 gold and a shield item. I don't have any tools. No, this is a tool, but we'll take shield item. Okay. Not good for us right now, but interesting. We can lose an income to gain 7 gold, get a temporary boost, or sell weapons. Okay, so a temporary boost is actually not bad because we're going to fight the PvP fight. So that would kind of guarantee that we win that fight, or at least help us. And I'm actually kind of in favor of that. I'm going to sell that just to boost Julian. And let's get a temporary boost. Selling weapons is a long shot. So your weapons gain 25 damage. Your healing items heal for 50, or you get an extra 10% of your health. Let's just get some more damage, because that is effectively our health.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Alright,
I
so
may be
let's
young
see
for a
if
captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
we can stay alive long enough. They've got a Julian too, but their Julian is not as good as our Julian.
Next time, boys,
That was insane.
Less
So,
blunder, more plunder.
We added damage. We cheated with the temporary boost, but what's wrong with that? We got a victory, and we got a bronze chest if we were playing on ranked. So let's look at the recap. Again, it didn't crit on shields, but it still gave us 330 shields and 9 seconds of haste. That means that it made our other items go. This doesn't even get haste, so it's either this, or this. And it's just, they're all going so much faster. This is a great item. We are much, much better off than we used to be. Okay. Dig for a free item. It could be anything, but you can only keep 1. Or sells items. We're going to go to JJ because we have a lot of stuff we need to upgrade. this isn't it. Unfortunately. I'm just going to reroll. So sad. Yeah, oh well. We're just trying to upgrade something that we've got. Get a weapon, aid the caravan, large items. Okay. We only have one large item. Getting a weapon is random. It could be good for Julian, but let's just aid the caravan here. And, oh god, we have to fight something really difficult.
The
Okay.
Anaxian municipality looks forward to your inclusion.
It's intimidating. But if we can somehow win this fight, we would get a bunch of experience, which would be awesome. Uh-oh. There we go.
Your case to my supervisor.
So, one of the nice things is, if you get on an expedition like that, a fight, it just means you have an opportunity for more experience. This burns both players and charges an item. That's hilarious.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom!
Alright, we leveled up, we got more health, and we could teach crit skills, teach freeze skills, or teach gold tier skills. Well, critting is pretty much, you know, everything we got. Like, we are all about critting, but only these 3 items can actually crit. So I'm going to go gold tier skills and see if we can find something cool. So this is the first 5 times you use your leftmost item each fight. Haste 1 item for a second. When you use a weapon, weapons get +6 or poison. Now, this is okay. Okay, I'll give it that. But I'm going to spend 6 to reroll. Now, this is greedy. Aww. I'm not slowing. And it's not good. I don't have a vehicle. So we're just going to have to take this supply cache, which is not ideal. I'm going to fight Sergeant Suds. Just lock this in. Skills are kind of a mixed bag, because, like, they could be ultra-specific and not just be not good for your build. And then you're kind of like, well...
Defeat is part of war. A soldier accepts it with dignity.
It's part of war, he says. Alright. Fantastic. And adjacent weapons gain 5 damage for the fight. Adjacent shield items gain... I mean, this is interesting. But it's so slow. We will just be selling it to increase our Julian. Okay. Medium items is exactly what we need.
Nothing huge.
Alright, she doesn't have one here for us. Now this is a friend gains multicast. Whew. Multicasting him is ridiculous. What if we just ditch this? Boy. This is like our safety net. This is not aquatic, and so I would lose. This would be slower because this is aquatic. That's a weapon. I just feel like I'm going to try this. I feel like it's too good to pass up. I hate making this slower, but I just think that giving this guy multicast, to give him, make this have like 300 damage and heal us is really, really good. I will reroll. We didn't catch anything, unfortunately. Okay. Item, chocolate, weapons. God, I need this. I gotta go chocolate. You know, we gotta stay alive. So before we fight this, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to give us some more health, so that we can stay alive long enough for our healing to trigger. And we're just gonna see if having this card table is gonna be what we need. Yeah, it is what we need. So, I mean, he was already, next time he went, he was going to go 3 times, and doing that much damage and healing is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. We need a silver tier item. We're trying to get a cutlass, like, so badly. Oof. It's a darn musket. Fine. We'll take it. Alright. Non-weapon items. Small, though. Upgrade to bronze or silver. Okay, we gotta do this. I think it's imperative that we upgrade our cutlass just to do more damage. Now, it's only 10 damage. So that's, you know, noteworthy. This would make it haste even more. This might actually be better. I mean, like, what's 10 damage is cool, but this dude is just going to add so much that we'd probably rather have the haste. The crit chance is also, actually the crit chance is what we need. So I'm going to upgrade this. Because we have to crit to win. So we really want to lock that in. Plus shield is okay. Medium and large items, perfect.
As a GSM and master merchant, I can sell you things.
Yes, you can. All right, so we are going to sell... Oh, cool, Vial of Blood. When you sell this, you gain 2 experience. Fantastic. I'll sell that. Just boost up Julian there. So this is good. I don't think I'm ever going to use that, but... You never know. That's funny. Okay. I'm going to waste my money because I'm going to try to get lucky, and we did not. And it's so sad. It is so sad. Okay.
Is it because I talk too slow?
No, you're good. We will level up again before we fight the player. It was good. We did a good job. And, interesting. Doesn't sell very well. That is a shame. Weapon craftsman. This is what we're talking about. Okay. So, the craftsman allows you to get a boost, and this, for example, we could just boost the damage of our cutlass by 5, but if I pay 5 gold, I can actually boost it by 10. I can double it. So, I think it's worth it. To double it, we level up, and, hey, look at this. We can enchant an item with a poison effect, or enchant an item with cannot be frozen, slowed, or destroyed. Now, that's very good for our cutlass, because it means that nobody can slow this. Nobody can freeze it. We get to keep going with it, and you can have one enchant on an item. So if you put another enchant, it will overwrite it. But this means that we're always going to be getting our lifesteal. So that's very, very important. Sells skill upgrade, sells large items, get a haste item. I want a skill upgrade, please.
I can teach you any skill, as long as you already know it.
These are both the same. Your leftmost weapon just deals more damage. Oh, no. This doubles. Okay, this is better. So this is 10 more damage. This is 30 more damage. We'll take it. Fantastic. All right. And now we have to fight a player.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
So again, it's all about, can I get 2 or 3 multi-strikes on Julian to stay alive long enough? We'll find out. That was a good crit that we did. There we go. So Julian never really even gets to go again, but it's okay. Alright, fantastic. Now, the Temple Expedition is here because we have the ticket. You know, let's do it. Let's do it. We got the ticket. Why not? Okay, so Brave the Path of Flames, Toxic Fumes, Trial of Pain. I feel like poison would be the easiest for us to deal with. Blowgun Trap feels okay. Because poison is slower, and like our life gain should take care of it. It does ignore our shields, I guess, which is kind of a thing, but... Nah, it's over. I like how they all fire at once. That's hilarious. Alright, continue. And you've successfully navigated the trap room. You're darn right. Enter the vault. Okay. How about that? So we cleared the vault and we get all of this. Look at this. Sell for 2 experience. Sell for 12 gold. Helps Julian. Poison, more damage, more burn. This is insane. So that Temple Expedition was so great for us. So here's what we're going to do. Greenheart Guardian, Myth Keeper, and Quomods. Okay, so I'm actually going to go here, and we're going to sell stuff. You got to be careful. You see these little pips above your chest? That tells you how full your stash is at a glance. And so these are full. So I got to sell stuff. Can I sell it? Selling this. So this, when you sell it, reduces your cooldowns by 4%. So make sure the items that you have out are the ones that you want, and these are. We are loving it. We just made everything faster. You could see everything. Look at this. It was 5 seconds, 4.8. Give me 2 experience. That levels us up. 10 damage on this item. How about a whole bunch of gold? I'm going to sell that. I'm selling that. I'm just boosting up Julian. Okay. And we will fight this guy.
Your flesh shall feed the soil.
He's angry.
And vines shall spring.
So what we have to do here... Well, okay, it's over. Yay! And we get, when you use the weapon to the left of this, poison 4. Ugh. Terrible. Okay, so Old Zane sells skills unique to Vanessa. Burn skills, weapon skills. I'm fine with the Old Zane.
Was a good friend, so I'll help you.
So this is if you have, your items have +2 crit, and when you start a fight, increase it by 2. So this is good to get earlier. Your weapons have +3 damage and shield for aquatic, or when your enemy has more health than you, your weapons have their cooldown reduced. This is going to be so minimal, but I'm going to take inexorable, and I'm going to tell you why. The idea that I can crit is so important that I have to. Like, I can't not crit. I need to get this to 100%.
Long way, Lady Corsina.
Choose one of 3 relics. Okay. At the start of each fight, enchant 1 non-enchanted item on each player's board. When an enemy uses an enchanted item, charge 1 enchanted item for 2 seconds. Okay. This is a weapon. At the start of each fight, enchant a non-enchanted item with obsidian for the fight. This has +1 multicast for each obsidian enchanted item you have. And it has a quest on it if we use it 50 times. And then there's this, which says this item's cooldown is reduced by 1 second for each other relic you have. When you sell this, enchant your leftmost item with toxic. So, these sell for 50. I'm actually not going to use any of these. I'm just going to take it. I'm not going to take that because I don't want to overwrite my enchant. I'm going to take this. And we completed the Temple Expedition, which is awesome. Before we go to this fight against another player, we're going to go into our inventory and we are going to sell this item. This is a weapon. I don't want to replace this. This is doing double crit damage, which is better than this. If I wanted to get rid of my crow's nest and just have this rockin', I could try that, but I don't think so. I'm just going to sell that, and then look at that. We're going to sell that, and soon enough we will just, you know, be able to sell that. Let's see.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Alright, they also have this. This is terrifying. So we have to make sure...
You fall like a boulder.
Yeah.
I flow like the wind.
So this is what can kill us. This is a great weapon. I love it. The problem is that if it crits, which they have 94% chance, it just does more health than we have. So we were grifted by the best. We're still doing okay, but we need more health to withstand something like that. And, well, we have a lot of money to spend. So let's see if we can upgrade anything. I need to see something that I have. And finally, we get the upgrade. This is cool. It's not like the best, but it's good. And then when you use a friend, haste it for 2 seconds. Adjacent items are friends. That is hilarious. So this could be insane. It's a cool weapon. But I think we're okay with what we've got. Item, rare event, sells weapons. We're going to take a chance on the rare event. And she sells enchanted items. Sweet. So what you selling?
Can I get you?
Well, darn. Whew. Your aquatic items have 1 multicast. When you use an aquatic item, haste it for 3 seconds. Cool. I don't think I could just replace this because it's 60% crit and it wouldn't give me the life steal. No, I don't think so. I think we tried, but we needed to find something else, and we just didn't find it.
The desert wind is warm perfume.
I guess the only way we could have survived the Longshang would be if we had put up enough shield. But even then, we're trying to do basically the same thing, and their build is a little bit faster. Nice. Okay. Gold. The piranha. Fun. Alright, what you got on sale, buddy? Okay, I need to sell stuff. So, I will be selling... this is no longer useful? Sure. I don't see myself using this. But we can hold on to it. We have so much money, we gotta re-roll and just see if we can spike anything that's really, really useful for us. And it's not that stuff. Small and medium items. Do I want the chocolate? I'm gonna gamble.
How do you hugelings use these things?
I'm gambling. Oof. Didn't go well.
Sail and fail, right? Sail, fail, fail, sail.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
I guess I have so much money, I should be buying chocolate. Alright, so we just have to survive this. The sequencing is weird. We didn't crit. Oh, get real.
Bring her
There we
out.
go.
I've got another
Now we got the
salvo
crit.
with me.
We didn't crit early, but we crit late when we needed it. Now, you could see that we're almost to 100% because Inexorable has almost gone all the way up. So once that's 100%, we will lock in the crit. Regen temporary boost sells items. We don't need a temporary
Bazaar's
boost.
a crazy place, right?
We're looking to upgrade something, buddy. Hey, feather. Take it.
Maybe I should lower my prices.
Look, I've been neglecting these chocolate bars for too long. They're just so useful for us. There they go. Master Alchemist is fine.
Magic. Synonyms.
Go, Julian. Go. Give the damage.
Not enough bismuth in the antimony.
All right. The having 1 second off is pretty brutal. It was just a, ooh, when you use a tool reload. Oh. Well, shucks. Yeah, I have one tool, and it can't reload itself, I don't think. Upgrade an item. Teaches gold tier skills. Upgrading this is pretty good.
I respect loyalty, but Kev's not here.
Just having the 2-second haste is so insane. Having him go faster is cool. And having that go more often is also cool. We're already at 98% crit. Honestly, I just think that... I think this is where it's
Feel
at.
the difference? That's some masking craft.
Start your next fight with 100 shield per level. So this is a player fight. So it would basically guarantee that we win. You can travel anywhere for infinite rerolls is though really, really good. We have a lot of money. So we can sell health and shield items, but you can pay to reroll and be like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Upgrade a bronze. No. Chocolate. I mean, almost. Improved. No. Small and large. No. I could upgrade Julian, and I will.
You may be too young.
That's good enough. That's good
for my
enough.
Films, but I was quite the
Make him a little faster.
sure.
It could be all the difference in the world. And let's see all the Bazaar has to offer, shall we? Get a diamond tier item, sell, get 3 small items, or get 2 experience. A diamond tier item... No. I'll take the XP.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
I have a diamond. It's a Julian. They froze my stuff. It's so rude. It's actually horrible. I don't think I can win. No. They're too
All
fast.
cannon, no
Oof.
ball.
What was that froze everything? The first time you use an item, freeze all weapons. When you use a weapon, freeze a smaller item. Yeah, so this is lifesteal. Oof, that's brutal. So he has some diamond skills. So we've been defeated. And instead of dying, we get to come here. So we can get 20 gold and 5 experience, enchantments, or upgrade your bronze and silver tier items to gold. So we're going to go enchantments, and we can get a haste or a shield effect. What do we need? Honestly, it feels like it's haste that we need. And so, what will be the item that I want to have haste? This is already enchanted. I guess. I don't think I can just enchant that. Well, maybe I can, but let's put it on the card table. It goes really quickly. And haste 2 items for 2 seconds. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, gain 5 gold, sells medium items. Which medium items you got? We need to upgrade everything we've got. No, that's no good. Upgrade. Aww. You're killing me. All right, we did level up. Diamond tier skill, slow skill, poison. Diamond. Give me the diamond. All right, so when you use an ammo item, your weapons deal 9 damage. 3 max ammo means that this goes more frequently. But I don't think it's... Actually, no. 3 max ammo means that it affects its multicast. So that means that this is... Hey. It should change. Maybe multicast is capped. Aquatic item, gumballs, sells items. Dude, we need to see what you got. No. We need you to have one of our items. We'd love to upgrade. Oh. You're killing us. Okay. So, let me see what happened. Yeah, this now it upgraded. So there it's multicast 8. So you see it is hasting everything and putting a bunch of shield on. So that is very nice. And we get that, which is not very nice. Regen, weapons, chocolate. Oh, it's pretty much always the chocolate, isn't it? We got more shield. Alright, so I can get an experience. I can sell, I can get skills or tools. Let me first, though, get my health. Rockin'. I need a bunch. And I will buy a skill. What you got? If you have at least 7 items in play, your weapons deal... I don't. Your poison... burn. No. I need something that's not that. I can upgrade, but I don't need that. When you slow... charge 1 poison item. Darn. I don't really need any of this. I have 100% crit. I guess I could crit more with this, so I'll just upgrade that to do it, but it's unfortunate.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Alright, so I have... yeah. Okay. We got him. So, when they're applying poison and burn, you'll notice I had a 45 green and an orange number. That's the burn and the poison being shown here. The lighter green would be regen, and the kind of opaque bar that slides over is the shield. Alrighty. Well, plus shield transforms small items. Sure. Ooh, good. And we level.
This is how you win a war.
Gold tier item. We need to try to level. We need to try to get lucky. Okay, we didn't get lucky, but what we did get is this. So I can sell this to get. We can sell our feather to make everything faster, which is great. And then now even more shield, and we'll sell that. So I'll take a temporary boost. These last the whole day. 810 health is good. Yeah, I'll take the health. Trash Titan. Trash Man. So you'll see this just applied all that shield. Oh, he's already dead. Okay. So that's the poison. That's the burn.
It's over already.
It was
We barely
fast.
got our flags up.
I know. Medium items.
Take your time.
We're looking to upgrade to diamond. Can you help us? She cannot. That's killer, man. That's killer.
You might try JJ's shop. Real friendly guy.
Item, gumballs. Alright. So I don't really need plus ammo. It's only that. Just a random item. We can buy gumballs, sure. So gumballs are interesting. You buy them and they just do random things like give you a boost on your shield item or give you crit chance or give you damage. They're okay. I have so much money, you know, I need to spend it. 10 health, crit. This is already over on crit, so we're fine there. But this could go up on crit and give us more shield. That seems good.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Are you sure?
Uh-oh, they've got a lot of diamond stuff. Oh my god, they have 20,000 health. This seems not reasonable. And this does 9,000 damage. Oh god, we've encountered... We can't even block that. That's just going to kill us instantly. I don't even know what to say about this. It's because they have so much health. So yeah. When you get this far, you start encountering people who are insane, and that is the end of our run. But we did great. We got 8 wins with our, you know, little build here, and this is what it takes. You know, you see they had this kind of insane thing going on with some diamond, and this is a big problem. I don't even know what you would necessarily do against that. But hey, I'm thrilled with the fact that we were able to have that much fun on our little beginner's guide romp through a run on normal. And, you know, it wasn't the best, but it was good. 10 wins is tough to get when you're first starting out, and Julian is a suspicious character that seems really good, but from what I understand, elite players just don't go there. But we did well, and I'm proud of it. And because we did the most important thing, which is have fun. It's telling us, oh, you missed out on all of these chests, but so what? We learned the game, and I want to say, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this to be useful and fun. If you have any questions, please post those in the comments below. And if you are a Bazaar expert and you'd like to correct any mistakes that I've made or offer any advice or clarification to new players who are just starting out and wanting to pick up this awesome game, I'd appreciate that so much. Everyone, thank you so much. Take care.